is a good podcast. Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock. This is a good podcast.
I met someone that got scarred by a cat, like all across the face, looked like a battle mark.
Wait, really? Like permanently scarred?
Like permanently scarred. Well, I'm not sure. That was
A little closer to you.
I think it was. I didn't know what it was. She's like, yeah, like this cat, like one night at 2 a.m. just clawed me in my sleep. And I woke up to me
What the fuck?
gushing blood all over everything.
Have you seen those people that like they find like a baby jaguar and they bring it home and they're like, oh, this jaguar is my best friend and like it hangs out with my dog? Was it one of these people?
No, I mean
Was
the
it
cat
a
was a
normal
little
cat?
naughty. The cat was a little
Okay.
naughty going in.
Gotcha.
But
it wasn't a jaguar.
I wish it was. I mean,
That'd be much cooler if it was.
would you rather have a pet jaguar or a pet bear? Like baby bears.
Ooh.
Do you think there's a letter I in the word jaguar?
I'm saying it like the British people do when they're talking about the car. Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Prime performance. Crumpets.
Unlimited.
Beef Wellington.
Describe a menu with in that accent.
Ooh, we've got a lovely array for us tonight, chaps. It's a beef Wellington swimming in duck sauce, foie gras. It's got tea and crumpets for mid-meal, and then for dinner, roast lamb a la mode.
The beef Wellington is the appetizer?
Yeah, and then you have roast lamb with ice cream on it for dessert.
That is, I thought I'd seen it all, man. That's it's pretty good on the fly too. I like
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, Harry and I did a similar thing a few weeks ago where we had our first course was grilled salmon and asparagus.
Okay.
And then our second course was grilled salmon and potatoes.
Whoa.
Because the
Whoa.
the potatoes took
Hold
forever
up.
to cook, so it just felt like a 2-course meal where it's the same course.
That's funny.
It was great.
That's classy.
That's very... Jeff, I called you Jeff. What the fuck?
Speaking of Jeff, welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock.
Welcome.
My name's Jeff.
My name's Fisher, and today with us, welcome. Have you've been on the show a couple times, right?
Oui.
We
That means yes in French.
Francois.
French.
Yeah,
Oui,
welcome
oui.
back, Max. How's
This
it
is
going,
Max
dude?
what? I'm doing
Maxwell?
fantastic.
Maxwell. Maxwell.
I think that's Max in French.
I think so. Are you still got a little bit of European in you since you've been over there, huh?
not as much as one would like, but
Yeah.
Merci beaucoup.
Where in Europe?
Just France and what else? Oh, Germany. We did a little
The
little
ethnic
trip.
parts of Europe.
Oh yeah, really. Oh, you in Austria? That's the biggest of them all. Yeah.
Oh, Hitler's homeland. Yeah.
Yeah, saying out loud is not the
The First Reich.
really hitting on the coffin right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still smoking?
You
don't have to answer.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Pick
Well,
up a bad habit.
The
Motherfucker
second,
goes to Europe one time, comes back addicted to cigarettes.
Yep. It's still in me. Unfortunately,
Damn.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
I could quit, but
C'est la vie.
say love you.
Is that French?
It sounds French.
I've been watching a lot of F1. I got a lot of just like random European
What
sayings
brought
in
that
there.
on?
they're in Las Vegas now, right? Isn't that the next race?
I don't actually know. Have you ever watched F1?
I want to go just experience the cars drive by.
There's an Austin race. It's just so fucking expensive is the problem.
How much you're talking a pop?
Oh, like
Like $1,000?
$1,000 for
What?
terrible tickets. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And plus, like, it's much better to watch a race on TV.
Yeah,
than,
it's
like,
so
in the
weird.
stands.
It's a weird thing to go to because
Yeah.
they're huge tracks. So you see like 10 seconds of a lap,
Yeah.
maybe cumulatively with all the cars that pass. And then it's like minutes of just watching TV again.
Yeah.
Oh, if there's one there.
And if you have the bad seats, you don't even get the TV. So it's just you're watching a road, and then a car goes by at like 250 miles an hour, and then nothing happens for another 30 seconds.
Oh no! Can you feel it at least or no?
Probably.
Loud.
It's loud. Yeah.
That
Here's what I have to say. Save your money. Go to a monster truck rally.
Yeah.
That's
Fuck
where the true
yeah.
entertainment is. I've really flipped around on this because early in the show, I was slamming on monster truck rallies.
That's
but
true. You sucked then.
I did suck then. I was a boy then, and now I like monster trucks.
they do the trick. Who would have thought?
yeah. Girls love monster trucks, dog.
It's 2023.
It's 2023.
Girls can like monster trucks
Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
because it was not there in the first place.
That's
it's
correct. No, I think you should get into F1. It's super fun, dude.
What's the lingo like? Do I need like what? Like man, that curve was immaculate. Like,
It's a lot of that, yeah, but you have to do it in a British or a Spanish accent. There's only one American driver, and he sucks, dude.
Really?
He's fucking garbage.
What?
Everyone else is from Europe or like Asia. There's like a Japanese driver, there's a Chinese driver, but like 90% of them are from like Europe.
Could you ever F1
No,
drive?
you have to be like 120 pounds soaking wet and a tiny. You're like a horse jockey basically.
Yeah, and
Really?
and the reaction speed of like a pro gamer.
Yeah, and you have to start at like age 6. It's one of those things where like if you don't start at age 6, it's like gymnastics almost. Like you have no shot to come in.
Really?
Later in
Yeah,
life. Yeah,
it's over.
yeah.
Oh, so no chance at 25.
Nope.
No, I'm way past my window. There's like one guy who's like 40, but he's been like in the championship for like 20 years at this point.
Damn.
Yeah, but yeah, everyone's like 25 and under, and they've been like kart racing since they were 5.
That's so weird because it doesn't seem like. I mean, I know it's racing, but it doesn't seem like a sport. I guess it's been around for generations.
Yeah.
So I guess there's that reputation.
I think
You have to be rich too.
I think vehicle racing is one of the things that's going to be made better by the AI revolution.
What do you mean by that?
Because if there's no drivers in there, then we can allow full contact crashing to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, it's basically
I
just
like
a
that.
video game with billions of dollars on the track. Then
Exactly.
At that point.
Yeah. Well, no
Which-
one's controlling it. You let the robots drive it themselves. It's a
Right.
programming challenge.
Would you watch that?
Fuck yeah! Are you kidding me? Because then it's full contact. They can make it pseudo gladiator where they're like pushing each other into shit and they're
Do
like
you have
blowing
like a
up.
favorite AI though, like driver?
I
You would
assume-
root for an AI? That's crazy.
I assume it would be more like you're rooting for a company that builds an AI. So maybe like IBM has their Watson out on the field, and
it's
then maybe,
Watson versus Siri.
Yeah,
Around the Australian Grand Prix.
and also if Siri blows up, I'll be like, fuck yeah, Android, bitch.
That's a dystopia. That's a movie that you just wrote right there, Jake.
All right, well we got to edit
Yeah.
that part out so I can write this.
Yeah,
script.
see, we don't want anybody to steal that great idea.
It's
Okay.
coming.
We marked it here first then.
Yeah,
If it does.
yeah. Copyright,
Yeah.
rights reserved, legal disclaimer,
Trademark.
trademark.
Brought to you by Jake.
If you steal this, we're gonna sue you.
My name's Jeff.
His name's Jeff.
Yeah.
Please put my name as Jeff on the video thing.
Wait, so
Jeff White.
Just Jeff.
Just Jeff.
was it always Jeff or was it ever Jake?
It was Jake.
So would you ever get called Jake from State Farm at all?
You have just opened a can of whoop ass.
A deep cut has been reopened on Jake's buttocks.
It is the worst part of being alive. That is not even a joke. I hate it. It infuriates me. It's my
the worst
rule.
part of being alive is
I
crazy.
genuinely believe that. Which may be like a state of like middle class privilege or whatever.
That's some first world problems there.
It
for
is
sure.
definitely worse than anyone who's ever starved to death. I have it worse.
Okay.
It's ruined the name Jake, just like being named Harry when Harry Potter came out, or being named Fisher when fishing was invented.
Yeah, back in 12,000 BC or
That's
whatever.
a
Exactly.
tough one to uphold.
Yeah,
that really sucks.
I think we've been on the rebound. I think.
Yeah.
Think,
You're
the
coming
connotation's kind of gone away. Yeah.
It's my litmus test of do I hate you? Is I meet you and
He didn't call you that.
Yeah,
He just
no,
asked. He just
I know.
asked.
No, I don't hate you, Max. I think you're lovely. But if I meet a person,
Yeah.
and they say, "Hello, my name is so and so," and I say, "Oh, good, nice to meet you. My name's Jake."
Yeah.
And they say, "Jake from State Farm." I immediately hate them, and I will not. There's no chance of redeeming them in my eyes.
That's
I
fair.
hate them,
Yeah.
and also audience. I've said this on the podcast before. If you do that to anyone named Jake, they also hate you. And if you think they like you, they are pretending because they're forced to be around you in social situations. You are objectively a bad person. And I tell people off when they say it to me. Like at Game On,
Really?
when I host my game show, I say, "My name's Jake." Someone says Jake from State Farm. I will stop and I will go on a tangent that's
you
like,
pull out a gun.
that is a bad joke. No one who is named Jake likes the fact that you do that. In fact, they all hate it. You're a bad person. You're a bad person. Anyway, welcome to Game On. Let's go to the rules.
I like that.
So you're the one bringing awareness to everyone saying this Jake joke is unacceptable and inappropriate.
It's insane that like billions of dollars every year get donated to cancer research, but and so much awareness is made there, but no one is donating money to
do you
this
want a
problem.
month, Jake?
Yeah.
You want a month?
What month would that be?
Yeah. Which month do you want to take?
Well, it's got to be one of those
And
ones.
think about this hard, because if you take away a month from another minority,
Can't be February.
it can't be February. It cannot be February.
It's got to be one of the ones that start with J.
Yeah. Okay. Just pick, and then we're gonna look up the month it is, and we're gonna see how canceled you are.
I know one of the summer J's is Pride Month, but I don't remember which one.
I should know this. Don't know it.
So I'm gonna take a swing and say July.
Okay, let's see
Okay.
which.
I think he's in the
Yeah.
clear.
What month?
Okay,
is
here,
July?
look, I'm the computer guy.
Okay,
I
you
can
could do
this.
that. Yeah. I have a very similar thing, Jake, to what you're talking about with people that make the "we're not in Kansas anymore" joke. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, it's tough not to say sometimes. You know, it's
I guess. But it's just one of those things. It's like, I don't know. There's something that, like, as a comic, I've kind of come to realize is like, if your immediate thought is to go to like a reference that's like everyone knows, that's not funny. Like it never will be.
I'm glad you're bringing awareness to this subject.
Yeah.
It used to be funny, but you might say that we are no longer in Kansas.
What if it's like the
That
right
just
timing?
hurt me. I didn't like that. Go ahead.
If it's like the right timing though, it's like
Well, let me tell you the wrong timing. Flying out of Kansas City Airport. That's the wrong time.
That seems like okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. What if you're in Kansas?
Yeah.
And then you are swept away in a tornado?
That's good timing.
Okay.
If you get sucked up in a tornado, I will allow you to say we're not in Kansas anymore because you're probably somewhere else. You've probably been flung out of the state.
Okay. So July monthly holidays and observances. Top of the list. National Grilling Month.
Okay, you are in the clear. I think here.
We got 4th of July.
National Anti-Boredom Month.
What the? We need to have less holidays.
Okay.
Boredom.
This doesn't make any sense. National Black Family Month.
Black Family Month.
Why wouldn't that? I mean, I don't.
Look, there's all
Who commits to these?
Who decides that these exist?
a National Horseradish Month and National Blueberry Month. So that is not a great combo.
Wait, so grilling month is more important than Black Family Month on this
I don't
list?
know who put this list.
I don't like this list is kind of
What
fucked.
website are you on?
Bereaved Parents Awareness Month. This is countryliving.com.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Wait. What's the last thing? What was the website?
Country Living.
Country living.
Country living. Country.
So bereaved parents, I guess parents who have had children who died.
What?
Fuck them.
What are
It's
we?
my month
what
now.
are we even doing with these months? Like we got way too many holidays. It was National Queso Day last week. I don't give like that one is kind of fun.
Okay, well,
But
I think
I think it's an
any.
excuse. I think it's an excuse.
We got too many.
Well, daily holidays I'm fine with for like
It was
silly things
Burger
like that.
Day like last week.
Yeah, Burger Day, Queso Day.
They
I'm fine
gave
with
away
stuff
all those
like
1
that.
cent burgers.
You're not. I'm
Did
not.
you eat that?
No, because there's a conspiracy theory that there's a microchip. I'm kidding.
Well, but it kind of it would
They put the vaccine in the burger.
Okay, wait.
1 cent.
National Cell Phone Courtesy Month.
What?
Didn't get that memo. Oh, you get a free cell phone?
It's the time to reflect on your mobile phone habits. So spend a little less time on the phone and a little more time in the present moment.
Can we do some research on who is there like an Illuminati board somewhere coming up with all of these?
No, I think it's the exact opposite. I think it's like independence.
It's like mom blogs.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like it's people on podcasts making it National Jake from State Farm is bad awareness.
Okay, what other days should we institute then? What else do you got?
Like as far as holidays I want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my voting leap year.
Voting leap. Have you heard this concept, Max?
No, go.
This is the smartest thing Jake said on the podcast.
The national elections for president
Yeah.
always happen to fall on leap year. So we get an extra day. We should just make that day a national holiday, and that's when people go vote. So all work is canceled, and that's just the voting day because you don't lose anything because it's one free day of the year.
Brilliant.
Dude, are you like a smart, really smart person?
Yeah, I guess I am.
You might just change some shit, Jake.
Yeah.
I believe in this. I believe in this idea. Like, that's ingenious.
Yeah.
It's very smart.
It will also never happen.
Probably not.
I love, but keep that.
Yeah.
Keep that. And then someday you might be, I don't know, let's say at a trampoline park and you just you just say that idea out loud and
Yeah.
someone's like, hold up. I
The
like
U.S.
this. Let's
senators
partner
bouncing
up.
next to you.
Yeah. Well, maybe like a senator's kid or something.
Mm.
It's a trampoline park.
Well, I would assume it was an
Yeah.
adult trampoline park, and you're not just going there.
So actually, earlier this year, me and 3 of my friends, for one of their birthday, went to a trampoline park.
Okay.
And we were the only adults jumping on the trampolines. There were other people who were our age, but they were parents
Right.
of children. And we were like playing dodgeball with some of these kids on the trampoline. We were like throwing them, and they were good. They like were hitting me and stuff. It was awesome. At some point, we were like kicking the dodgeballs into the kids.
Wait, what's the place called again?
Air Jumpville.
I bet it's not that.
It's not that. I don't remember.
Sky Zone?
Uh,
That's a thing.
I don't know.
Did it have like a little fuzzball jump pit? It was like you jump into like
Yeah, and then there's the
Yeah.
battling on top of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know the name of that, but I've been there before.
Like the
Yeah.
American Gladiator thing.
Urban Air.
Urban Air.
Urban Air.
What holiday would you create, Max?
Ooh. I mean, I'm a foodie, and they kind of
Yeah.
did all the foodie
They
stuff.
kind of did
yeah.
all the foodie things. Yeah.
Unfortunately, gosh, I don't know. What would you do?
Oh, this is a hard one. Maybe like everyone like throw out their extra electronics day.
Wouldn't that be in line with that cell phone?
A spring cleaning.
No, it's okay. Here's my day. Everyone has to throw away their Apple iPhone box
Wow.
because you don't need to keep it. You don't need to keep the box that your phone came in.
This is really
What are you gonna do with
responsible.
it?
I didn't know that was a thing. Actually,
What are you gonna do with the box that your phone came in?
If you resell it on eBay?
Okay, now you've made a good point. So
But that's only if you're reselling it.
yeah. Also, who resells their phone?
Have you?
Frugal people.
I bet you just trade it back in and you get a new one. That's how that works,
It's
right?
a nice deal.
People don't buy buy phones outright anymore.
I've bought a phone outright once. In
Really?
like 2014, 15. I wanted a Sony Xperia,
Yeah.
but they didn't have it through AT&T. In fact, I don't think they really sold it in the US at all. Sony, it's much bigger in Europe.
Okay.
So I bought one. I just bought it full cost, put my SIM card in it. And it was an amazing phone whose screen broke like 3 different times within the 6 months.
Damn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was it like blacking out?
It was like it's a big ass phone.
Yeah.
So I had a nice case on it, but the screen is so big and fragile that like it would be in my pocket and it would hit like the edge of a table or something and just crack.
Oh damn.
And then it was not the glass cracked; it's that like the back behind the screen broke.
Damn.
Oh, sure. I'm gonna jinx myself, but like I haven't broken a phone like ever.
Can I see your phone?
Nah. I don't know.
I mean,
Sure. Yeah, I'll hand it to you.
it's a flex, but I'd be going on thin ice where you go with that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost I jumped in the pool and for
no.
5 minutes I didn't realize my phone was in my pocket.
Phones are much like brains, where like
Okay.
30 seconds or so without oxygen, you might be fine.
Right.
5 minutes without oxygen, fucked forever.
Okay. So do you specifically mean underwater? Because I think the phone would be fine in a vacuum. Maybe. No. Do you think the phones breathe, Jake?
Don't cut that silence out. That is true. That's something maybe I should talk to you about this out of show.
No,
but I
tell
did
me.
notice in the last episode, there's a
Yeah.
specific moment where silence was left.
Yeah.
And then you talk about the silence and you were like, that resounding silence. But then you cut out the silence.
The reason I did that is there was a lot of static from Stefan's line, but I hear that note and
Yeah.
it does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a few moments like that where I think silence is comedic.
Yeah, you're
So,
right.
so we should leave in some of them,
No,
like
that's a good
the
call.
one that I just did there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, actually. Immaculate timing.
One time,
It's not about there's the concept of the wall of sound in music,
right.
but then also sometimes you just take it away, and that is an instrument.
Well, my hyperpop addled brain doesn't allow for any silence. There's no silence in hyperpop.
ADD is made up.
Interesting. That's a fun-
What observations came to that one? I love it.
Yeah. How'd you land there? But you talked to my parents?
Yep.
Oh.
No, just anything you like is fake.
I don't like ADD.
Really? Because you talk about it all the time.
No, I don't.
So enthusiastic
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
It's my favorite thing.
Blessed to have it.
I love not being able to focus at anything at a time. Strike Watch 2023. WGA came to an agreement. Yay!
Strike 3, you're out of there.
Badum.
No, wait, Turkey. No.
What?
I'm trying to think of which sports metaphor for the strike makes more sense.
Turkey is when you get 3 strikes in a row in bowling.
Yes.
I know that from Wii Sports.
You got baseball, I believe is.
That's an out. Yeah, 3
Yeah.
strikes is an out.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm trying to think of which one is
It'd be
better
funny
here.
if they called it a turkey when you got 3 strikes in baseball.
Okay, if you were a writer,
Yeah.
would you want to work for those big production companies and businesses after the strike? Like,
Yeah.
like what they said and everything.
Yeah, I think so because
Because you gotta.
Well, yeah, and they're the ones making the projects. So like, I haven't actually read the agreement. I will do that in the days coming. But and also like it hasn't been officially voted on yet, and the actors' strike is still happening. So like, there's still a lot of stuff that needs to happen before like productions are being made. I've heard like it'll be next year by the time they start like getting back on set and stuff. So still some time to go, but
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, 12.5% pay increase it starts with a 5% immediately.
Okay.
Then next year there's another 4%, and then the following year there's another 3.5%.
Okay. Does it say anything about the AI?
They were asking for a 16% raise, so that's not the worst
Yeah, it could
agreement.
be. Yeah, it could be much worse.
76% increase in foreign streaming residuals.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Not bad.
Residuals.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking for the AI stuff.
AI.
What's the coolest sound effect you could do with your mouth?
Hello.
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 Hello. Jake, what about you?
Yeah, what's the coolest sound effect you can do, Jake?
Cummy.
Me?
Not so sure about that one.
It's original, Jake.
It is pretty original. While we're looking up at the AI stuff here, Max, congratulations on crowdsourcing the funds for your film, dude.
Woohoo! That was
It's pretty awesome.
Scary, fun.
Yeah, talk to me about how was that entire process?
It was
for you?
not fun at all. It's like well, if we don't make this money, it seems kind of bad. I don't know. It's just you feel like defeated, and then you feel there's some stuff going on. It's like a wave of emotions, I guess, is the best way to describe it.
No, I get that.
By the end of it, you're left with a long burly beard and smoking 2 packs of no, I'm joking.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Only one.
So back. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
Final thing on AI. AI cannot write or rewrite any literary material, and AI generated material cannot be considered source material for any writing stuff.
Okay.
So writers can use AI if they want to, but the studio cannot require them to use AI, nor can they present like an initial draft or whatever that is written with AI.
That's good.
That's for good. Like they ain't gonna change that policy.
Shouldn't have to. I mean, if that's the agreement they're coming to and they sign it, I don't know how long the agreement lasts for. I think it's typically like every 10 years or so it comes back up, but that's good.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens with the actors one too, because that was the crazy part is they were talking about like scanning people's faces and paying them one flat fee and then they could use their face forever, which is kind of wild.
Yeah,
I'd be down for that if it was like royalty based and not like flat fee based. Yeah.
Because they could put you in anything.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Really?
I can't think of anything I wouldn't want to be in.
What about a Jake from State Farm commercial?
Yeah.
Holy shit! You just got me.
What if they put your face on Jake?
Oh no! Oh no! All right, I'm sorry I crossed that picket line.
What if you were the new Jake from State Farm and everyone knew that about you? And
I think
they would call you. They on the street. They go, "Hey, that's Jake from State Farm."
Without hyperbole,
Yeah.
I would kill myself.
Okay.
But you didn't know it until after it came out. Like,
Yeah, and I found out.
You're watching the Super Bowl.
I would.
And your face appears on the screen.
Oh God, I'm gonna have a nightmare about this tonight. Back to that. When I was in high school, I hated it so much. Here's the worst part about this.
Right.
Is I lived with this throughout like my middle school, high school years when
Still
the first
going.
commercial came out, and it was constant, and it ruined my name. And then it died off, and then they recast him, and they brought him back, and then it became like this whole like PC argument thing. So it got really put into the media, and now it's just back full force. There was a gap. I had a brief reprieve, and now it's back harder than ever. I hated it so much that in high school I got a custom wristband, like one of those rubber wristbands, made, and it said "Not from State Farm." So if someone made that joke, I would just show it to them, and then I would flip them off.
I think having that wristband may have led down the path of more people calling you Jake from State Farm. No. Because if I know one thing about high school students is if you ask them to not do something, they will try to do that thing.
Yeah, I was respected in my high school.
What do you do to get that respect or them not to say that? Besides the wristband,
beat up the biggest kid in the class.
I was the biggest kid in the class.
Oh.
So that was probably it.
I see.
I was smart and funny.
That's a powerful combo.
Smart, funny, and big.
Smart, funny, big, but not a sexual threat. No one thought I was going to steal their girlfriend, which made me the perfect person to have around.
That's prime.
Yeah. High school, coasted right through.
Was that the glory days for you, Jake, you think?
No, it was the most, it's big fish, small pond, right? Like I was the king of a mountain. I wasn't the king, right? But like I was well respected by my peers and my teachers and my parents. And it was just a bright future where everyone was like, Jake's going to go do something incredible.
Right.
And that was a great place to be. I'm freer now, but I'm also like sadder. I was also like really into Christianity. And if I could go back, if I could trade it, I would for sure. If I could go back and believe in God, just like do something in my brain, do a eternal sunshine kind of thing.
Lobotomy.
Yeah, lobotomy. If I could get him a lobotomy that specifically made me exactly dumb enough to believe in religion again, I would do it today.
I can't even. So what was the Jake in religion like?
Pious. I carried my Bible around everywhere, and I like read it all the time.
Oh,
I was like, I was in 2 church bands.
Church bands.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Were you the lead singer? What
I was paid bass in one and guitar in the other.
Damn.
Were they rivals?
No.
Oh.
One was a small First Baptist church, and one was like a macro church. It was a macro. It's not a mega church. It's like a macro church, so it's like a pretty big one.
Yeah.
In the big city, it was a non-denominational.
Gotcha.
Holy cow, Jake.
Mm-hmm. Prayed all the time. Prayed before every major decision that I ever had.
Do you feel existentially better now? Because I do.
No. Way worse.
Really?
The thing that broke me was like I really believed in God, and I was like, okay, can't wait to go to heaven and all that. Great. I'm like living my life. I'm not afraid of anything. I was not afraid of death or anything like that. And then as my faith started fading, the thing that made me cry first was realizing, oh, I'm never gonna see my dead dogs again. That was the thing I was looking forward to.
Does Christianity have dogs in heaven?
It lets you believe whatever you want. Catholic, my understanding is Catholicism, no. Protestantism, yes.
Gotcha.
Holy cow, Jake. I mean, that's a whole can of worms right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what caused the shift of not carrying the Bible around anymore?
The problem of hell.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
I came to this on my own, brag. Where it's like if God made the world, or if he created everything and he's like all powerful, right? So he can do literally anything. That's one axiom that you believe. And another one that you believe is that free will exists so that love with God means something. So like that means you have the choice to love him. And if you make that choice, it's great and you've earned it. But if you don't make the choice, there's hell and there's consequences. And then you go to hell forever. So I thought, well, seems like if God can do anything, then he could have made a universe where free will exists and no one has to go to hell forever. Like maybe you just go to hell for a little bit and then you come back around on the outside and you've earned your way through it or something.
That's where a lot of like the Christian like sub-religion cults come from. It's like that, like Mormonism like has like some of those aspects, just because like that question of like, why would an all-loving God like create a hell is kind of hard to get around. I know that's a little bit like r/atheism, but
and he's omniscient. So like even if he's like you have free choice, do whatever you want. He also knows what you're gonna do. So it seems pretty messed up to me. So I asked one of my youth leaders about this when I was like 17. I was like, hey, been thinking about this, looking for answers all over the Bible, and I'm not finding anything. And he said, that's heresy. And that was his only answer.
That's not, that's pretty good.
What does heresy mean again?
It means blasphemy, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Like you shouldn't say that. Don't think that thing. Don't think it. It's too scary. And I was like, oh, okay. Closed the book. Packed up my guitar, never walked into that church again.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a pretty like big life moment for you there.
That was the moment.
Fast. Whoa. Woo.
Huh.
Yeah. It was rough.
What was that night? What was the night of that decision like for you? Where you're like, I'm done with this. Like
I was done with that church was my thought. I was like, this is not a good look. Maybe I'll go find a religious leader somewhere else who can do it. Then I couldn't really find one. And then I went to college. And then I started taking philosophy classes and existentialism. That was my first philosophy class. And that kind of pulled me back from the depression of like, oh, I'm praying and no one's answering. And then it goes from, it's the classic meme of like, though nothing matters, frowny face, to nothing matters, happy face, like you can do whatever you want.
I love that.
Yeah.
So with the philosophy, that pretty much changed a lot of aspects on life, the look of it.
Yeah, big one. You guys are going to hate this.
No, go for it.
The moment that like, the first thing that turned me around to like get into this idea of like, oh, actually there's satisfaction for living life for living life's sake.
Yeah.
The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Jake. You were right. I didn't like.
And
that.
I will stand up for that book for all time.
Interesting.
Because that one's not about her political philosophy. It's about her personal philosophy.
Right.
And that's very different. Atlas Shrugged, you can get into criticisms there. I also read that one.
Yeah.
You can get into criticisms there, which are inherently obvious about like free market. It just works.
Plus, it's just kind of fascist a little bit here and there.
Just a touch.
Just a little bit.
I mean, it's like anti-government complete in every single way. I wouldn't call it fascist.
I don't know. I mean, like fascist ideals are not just specifically like tyranny. I mean, like there's a lot of like the libertarian stuff is like kind of fascist too because it's like only caring about yourself.
Doesn't seem like what fascism is.
I mean, fascism is like power for me, not for the others. Like it's very selfish in that way. It's very exclusionary. Fascism is not just like being a like authoritarian. Yeah.
Seems like it's a big part of it.
It is a big part of it.
And that is the opposite of Ayn Rand's beliefs.
So Jake, man, you seem to have had a lot of just huge arcs. Like it was at the last, like not the last, but like one of the biggest like arcs right there, splitting between Christianity. You know, like was that the biggest one for you, or like any other big events like that?
No, that was pretty much it. And now it's just things keep trying to pull me back in. So circa 2017, the Joe Rogan interview with Kanye West.
Oh,
what is that? 2016, 2018?
I mean, I don't know which one specifically you're referencing.
The big one.
What? I don't think I remember this specifically.
Well, I remember it. It was one where he talked about what he was going to do whenever he ran for president. Back before he was in a crazy cycle.
Right.
Before he was like a crazy pro-Trump and just like softly pro-Trump.
Sure.
Kanye? You talking about Kanye? Or?
Kanye West.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
what happened? Tell me. Yeah.
Yeah, so the interview, he's like, because God told me to do this, and like I believe, and like this is the kind of stuff that I want to do, and I truly believed him. Like I don't think he'd be a good president, but I do think he would not be a corrupt president. Is kind of my thought on it. I don't think you could buy Kanye West. I don't think any PAC could, and that was my stance on it. Then I was like, I really like what he's spitting here.
I mean, people said the same thing about Trump.
Well, they were wrong about Trump.
Okay, but they'd be right about Kanye.
Yeah, totally. Kanye is a different kind of crazy.
Explain that.
Okay, Donald Trump is like this traditional money is power kind of crazy.
Sure.
And I think Kanye genuinely is a Christian, right? I do think that he thinks his power is a divine power.
I don't think he's stable enough to have a position that stands for more than 2 years.
That is also true.
Yeah.
But circa this time period, that is what where I felt. And also that's been like his whole religious ideals have been pretty consistent since the very beginning of his music career. So I listened to this interview and I'm like, damn, Kanye really believes in all this stuff. Maybe I should take another good long look at it. I tried praying again, and I didn't get anything. Couple more years pass. This actually brings me to a few years past. It brings me to my camping trip a couple of weeks ago, where I listened to the audiobook of Phil Vischer, the creator of VeggieTales. His audiobook is a bunch of testimony. It's like his walk with God and how God helped create VeggieTales and allowed this to happen, and also took it away from him with this kind of spin on it that is like, you know, it's not just the .com bubble, but also like he talks about his relationship with God and the Word and everything as it's happening. And I cried like a baby for all 8 hours of that audiobook. It was fantastic. And I tried again. I was like, okay, God, I'll give you another shot here. Ding. And it didn't work again.
Yeah, I guess what is it that you're looking for in moments like that? Because my journey away from Christianity has been more of like I don't know if I'd call it a slow fade, but just kind of like acknowledging like a lot of the problems with the Christian church. I don't even have like that many problems with the ideology of Christianity. I just like, I don't care to know about like afterlife stuff. Like it's just not important to me. But the bigger stuff for me was like LGBTQ people, hate of like minorities and race, like just like dismissing a lot of political issues. What are you looking for in moments like that would pull you back in?
I don't know. It was always about spiritual connection for me whenever I was a kid. Like me and my mom was the big influence here, where it's like never about the dogma. It's never about the church itself. Like going to church is good and you can like learn good lessons there, but it's not about like the community of being a Christian. It's about like the one-on-one relationship with this bigger, higher entity.
Yeah.
That is something out there.
I don't even really have an issue with like that as a concept. I have an issue with the Christian church.
Yeah.
But
yeah, totally. I think like you could wave away this idea that like the Bible has been mistranslated for
Yeah.
every time it gets translated. Like we did the King James version for hundreds of years, and
Yeah.
now we're going back and look at the ancient texts and realizing a lot of this is like quoted very wrong.
There's a very specific example that gets referenced a lot is like the term gay was not in the Bible until like the 1700s. And before that, it was like you're having sex with young boys. Like you were like a pedophile.
Yeah.
And that's what was translated to gay eventually.
Oh
So
my
like,
God.
like that's like some
It's
shit.
like it's like playing what's that whisper game when you
Oh,
whisper
yeah,
it?
telephone.
Telephone, yeah.
It's very much telephone. So I don't know. I have a whole bunch of issues about it, but
Evangeliphone.
that's very good, Jake. What's your? You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, Max. But what's your experience with this whole
Oh man,
religious stuff?
I mean, I grew up going to a mega church.
Yeah.
And that was not. I mean, I didn't. The whole time I was like, man, like all this money. The reason that they were like, yeah, let's take all the money, you know, to give it back to the poor and everything. But then like, we're in this humongous church.
Yeah.
Like that does not like. There was like the pastor would get on his cables and fly through the.
Wait, you went to one of the churches with the cables where the pastor flew?
Might have happened once on a Christmas
That's
show.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Bro, like they like on Christmas, bro, they had like a whole band. Like it was a huge like theater production, you know, for like Jesus'
The Lord.
birth. Yeah, the Lord, Christmas Day, you know. So it was like
That's wild, dude.
yeah, and then I was just not really digging it, and it was a far drive for my family to begin with.
That's why you fell out of Christianity. The church
commute.
church was too far away. Traffic's too bad. Sorry, God, I'm not gonna make it.
It was a far drive.
That's crazy.
No, but I just wasn't vibing. I never like really was like into it to begin
Sure.
with. And so then we went to a church closer into town, and that one was like a small, like, imagine like all the like New Yorkers and people from California, like all the hip people getting
Yeah.
a church as like a friend group society type deal.
I see.
Like, hey guys, like we wear flannels here and just here for good vibes, you know, like
We wear flannels here.
you know, like skinny jeans, all right with me, you know, like it's like that
That's
type
awesome.
of vibe, you know, and
Yeah.
but I
I got a tattoo of a Bible verse.
yes,
Whoa.
they sound just like that, yeah. But I still wasn't vibing with like going to the main like with the pastors preaching. Like so, me and my brother, we would go with the kids and just like play games with the kids all day, pretty much like watch movies. So it was kind of like 'cause I don't know, I just wasn't into it. And then my brother, you know, for a while like we were just not liking it, going to church constantly. And then my brother he was he came out, you know, that he was gay, and we're like so guys, I don't want to go in church no more. I was like, let's go. You know, like,
Hell
and
yeah.
that like cut off the church going to.
No, I understand that. Huh.
But yeah, when you're a kid, you just can't really say no as much
Yeah.
on the church. Just in my case, and my mom was
Same
like,
same for me.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure how it was for you guys. Yeah, it was just the same. Yeah, it's like, you got to go. You know, it's a Sunday we're doing it.
Yeah, it was just expectation for a very long time. I stopped going in college, I guess. I went to church all the way through high school just because it was, you know, what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're in a small town too, so.
I mean, it's not tiny, but yeah, Manhattan's not huge. Yeah. I mean, like your entire, it's a lot of, I guess the pressure to like step away from a church, especially in small towns like that too, is like everyone you know goes to the church. And if you decide to leave, you're kind of excommunicated from that like social group in some ways too.
Really?
A good thing I didn't care. I primarily went to church at the macro church in Tyler, which was the big city of the area. So the Baptist church in Winona, I would sometimes dip into. I would go, Winona, my hometown of like 500 people.
Yeah.
I would dip into the Baptist church there. That's, like I said, where I played bass or guitar on Wednesday nights. And I would, you know, kind of go in and out of there. It was too gossipy. It felt like a community center.
It's that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so shady. Like
Yeah.
everyone's talking shit about everybody. Like they're talking about other people's problems, and like this is a prayer list item, and but it's just so you can tell other people like this person's getting a divorce, so let's talk about that now. You know,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of gross. I mean, it feels like it's not what it's supposed to be.
I mean, like, my whole experience, like, even seeing other family members, for them, it always seemed like just a way to make more friends, you know?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, it's our like, I'm not sure how devoted they were, you know, to the churches I went to, like, how, like, hardcore they were, you know? But they were just like, I'm here to, like, make friends and, you know, just get to know more people in town type deal.
Yeah.
I will say something, like, despite all this, like, the community has issues, the church itself has issues. The few people in my life that I know that are still very Christian, very religious, do live lives of peace like I have never achieved since I have been a Christian.
I got no hate for people that decide to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like person to person.
I'm like very jealous of that, is what I'm saying. Like, I wish I could live the way that they do. This kind of like walk. It almost, my mom alone, like every time I think about it, almost makes me believe in it again. Where it's like she prays and she like reads the Bible and she does Bible studies and she's like living happy. She's listening to Christian music, and like shit will go wrong with her life. There'll be like something that costs a lot of money, and then she's down to like very little money or something, and then just stuff will appear. It's like she'll pray and she'll need something, and it will just magically happen. Like, just so many circumstances of like money falling into her lap or an item coming into the world. Right when she needed it. The house that we got got on the market like the day that we were moving out, or like it was like the week we were moving out. This place went up for rent, and then it became the place we lived in, and now she's buying it. Shit like that.
Is this just like one of many examples? Or
yeah,
just like
that's one of many examples. Just stuff like that, like money like coming like from the mail or something like that. Just like other people,
just money in the mail.
other people in the church, like
okay.
just like
Gotcha.
like anonymous giving or something
Sure.
like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's something to be said about like a social structure that supports itself. Like that's what socialism is. That's like why I believe in socialism. Is like it's a group of people that care about the people in the group, and they try to support each other, and they lift up the weakest members. I think what happens, especially in America with the church, is like it's us and nobody else, and then anybody that's outside of that social group is the enemy, which is not how that should be. Especially with like minorities and like even like poor people, like there's sometimes a stigma about like if you're too poor, you're not fucking coming to this church, like that kind of shit happens very often.
No one goes to church quite like the minorities go to church.
I don't know.
I've
a
seen-
lot
I
of
mean,
white people go to church.
I went to
man.
white churches growing up, so
I promise the stats are higher for minority church attendance.
I
have no
maybe.
doubt in my mind about that. A Catholic church alone for the Spanish community will blow us out of the water.
I mean,
no fucking doubt.
You might be right about that. I don't know. I don't think that's like incredibly relevant.
how devoted are we talking?
The religious right-wing freaks are all white, or Clarence Thomas.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
very true.
Or
Clarence Thomas.
yeah, white or Clarence Thomas.
Oh, the big church that I went to in Tyler, white.
White.
Thank you.
The last time I went there, it was like into my college years or something. I was like, sure, I'll go back to Rose Heights. Let's go see it. And the pastor was like going on this rant at the end about like I've always loved this guy. He's like, really does his research on the Bible, gives some historical context for what's going on, good messages. And then, at the end, going on this rant about like the evils that God has brought into the world, like sex trafficking and what's another good example of something like this? Murder and Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
and he said that, and
did?
I was just like done, and I've never gone back. That was the end of me going there. I was like, this.
Man.
Have you heard of his demon spawn, AC/DC?
Damn.
The rock band Kiss is converting the children to be transvestites.
That's where it came from. That timeline adds up.
Yeah.
Wait. So were you the person that was like when you were heavy in the church, being like the Christianity scene, or like were you like if I was an atheist, would you be like, man, you got to see the Lord right now? Like, was that you at all growing up, or is that?
I didn't really put a lot of pressure. The philosophy is more like live a good enough life that people want to live like you, and you tell them your secret is Jesus instead of say
You give him a wink when you say that?
It's Jesus.
I kissed my fingers and pointed them at the sky for the audio listener.
One day we'll have video. Someday.
Someday.
The Bible says not to lie.
Hey, listen, man. I have an infinite amount of time to make video work. If I say someday.
That's true.
Yeah.
Someday. Yeah.
Someday out there, we'll have video. And you'll be able to see Jake kiss his fingers and point at Jesus.
Well, so Jake, do you listen? Or you ever listen to church music?
Oh yeah.
Do you still listen to church music?
I'll guilty pleasure. Sometimes I'll throw on some Third Day or some Switchfoot.
Switchfoot's just good music. Though.
Switchfoot rocks. Third Day, love that. I'll still cry to some of those songs too.
What about Hosanna?
Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Great.
Yeah.
That's a clip.
That just happened.
That's a clip. That's a clip right there.
Yeah.
Any more thoughts on Christianity? I had another thing to talk about that's very off topic.
It's a whole 180.
It's a whole 180.
Is it about Obama having gay sex?
No. It's I keep getting advertisements for virtual girlfriends, and I don't know what to think about that.
Like AI?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a thing?
That's a thing.
No.
I'm not searching anything relevant, but on TikTok I keep getting advertisements for AI girlfriends. Haven't clicked on any of them.
Well, it seems like now might be the time.
I have a video I'm going to show you here.
You had to pay for it?
No doubt.
Asking for a friend.
Well, it's not a realistic girlfriend if you're not spending money on it.
This is the ad. I'm going to show it to you, and then you can hand it over to Max as well.
Oh, it's like a girlfriend, but better? Can you fuck your phone?
I don't know. I think this is a weird fucking cliff to jump off here. The virtual
Is it multiple?
girlfriend
Do
shit.
they have photos also?
Because some of them are like porn stars who like it's their face, but some of them are like it's very clearly CG, and I just don't. I don't like it, and I don't understand it.
Okay. My goodness.
Yeah.
This is what do you call it? You know how much money they're making on
So much money.
That's insane.
Yeah. Is this the cure for male loneliness? Virtual
Dude.
girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
That is
It's fucking weird, dude. I don't know what to think about it. Why is that becoming more popular?
that's the future, bro. That's like that Blade Runner, like
Yeah. Are we gonna be fucking robots in 5 years?
You know my stance on this.
I don't, and I'm not sure if I want to.
No, we've talked about this on the pod. I'm almost positive. The second they create a realistic robot girlfriend,
I now remember this, and now I regret remembering.
it will. It will be. Will take over my life. I will buy one. I'll pay the subscription service. Well, I honestly, I have changed my stance.
I don't
want to
be judgmental because, like, I don't really care. I just find it like a thing that I would never be interested in.
So I have a new stance on the AI
Okay.
girlfriend. Before it was like, yeah, you just have one at home to like, do the traditional trad wife kind of stuff, clean the house.
That's crazy.
Cleaning, being
I
a
want
sex.
a libertarian sex robot.
Exactly. It's perfect because you can expect a woman to do that, but you can expect a robot to do that. No doubt, it's got no autonomy or feelings
Until it does.
But the sweet spot right before it does, that's what I want. But now, no, I've changed my stance. I want to be the trad wife, and I want the robot to go and do a job and earn money and come back and pay for the house. And
Now
I want
we're
to
thinking.
and I want to cook, and I want to clean, and I want to maintain a garden and do interior design.
Well, you could just do this and be married to a real person, you know?
it seems like that's the most healthiest answer.
Well, to have the robot or to have the real person? I don't know which side you're on.
the realest person.
Yeah. Because then you actually have like emotional fulfillment, and you're not just like, because you're gonna kill yourself if you're having sex with a robot for 5 years.
No way.
Every movie about having a sex with a robot, they're not happy at the
Bro,
end.
Yeah. And movies are real.
Jake, let me just plant this in you. I hate to say it, man. What does AI robot or whatever cheat on you?
Yeah. What happens when the AI robot cheats on you with your neighbor? What if you walk back into the house and your neighbor's going down on your trad wife libertarian robot?
You can murder your trad wife libertarian robot. Can't murder a woman, but you can murder the robot, and that'll be cathartic as hell. And then you get another one.
Then you get another one. This sounds horrible.
You brought this conversation upon us.
Mm-hmm. This sounds awesome.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean,
What'll be funny is whenever the trad libertarian girlfriend bot or wife bot is going down on the other my neighbor's robot.
Right.
Yeah.
When the robots start getting with each other instead of you, and they forget about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you gonna do in that situation?
Cocking my gun, and then I.
But
do
it's
a
so
shooting.
expensive. You spend the equivalent of a car getting this trad wife.
Yeah, just like a real woman.
what are the conversations like?
Yeah. What are the conversations like?
You think I expect this robot to talk?
For 5 years, I damn hope so.
Yeah,
guy.
I can still have friends.
No, man. If you're saying it's going to take up your entire life,
Yeah.
No, not my entire life. It's gonna take up my entire romantic life, which is already a small chunk of my life.
This
that-
is very sad.
like, what if she be acting up and you can't communicate properly.
Yeah, what if she'd be acting up?
Slap motion.
Oh God! So you're just gonna be so basically you want a robot to do domestic abuse too.
You can't do it with a human.
Yeah, but you wanting it is the problem.
No.
I wasn't even going there.
Okay, that's a great point. I need to reframe this.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to do that to a human. I would lose sleep over the evil atrocities that I would commit on them. But shit's effective. So
what the fuck?
So you can do it to a robot.
What the fuck?
It's true.
I don't think so, man.
Hitting kids works. It just doesn't work the way you want it to.
Are we talking like singing belt? Like what we
Yeah, you know, like a stick thinner than your thumb.
A switch?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
A little belt.
I regret bringing this up.
It works. It makes your kids good at lying, but it makes them act nice around you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
I mean,
I guess I'm gonna delete my phone at this point.
it's got it all on tape now.
What's crazy is I love Robot Girlfriend, and I'm not getting any ads like that.
Well,
Whoa.
I think it's because they know you'd be a problem if you had one.
Well, what's the problem? Who is harmed by this?
Your psyche is harmed. Your emotional, your humanity is harmed by this.
I don't think so. Okay, look.
I think so.
Okay. Let's. So to be fair,
Yeah.
it can still be like gray. It can be like metal gray for the skin.
What? Okay. Why?
Because then I always
How does that?
then I always remember it's a robot.
What is that? I don't.
We still get feelings? I mean, like,
Yeah.
5 years in? 5 years in? No feelings at all for this robot?
Yeah.
There's no way, man.
I mean, it's property. Like I have feelings for like guitars I own and stuff.
I mean, but this thing is
Yeah.
working. This thing is...
That's true. It's going out and doing its job, and
Yeah.
it's coming home and telling me about the successes that it had in the office that
So
day.
this communicate. Yeah, look how enthusiastic you are about that.
Yeah.
You see, I don't think a broom could get you that enthusiastic, you know?
It depends on how you use it. As a sex object.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't hit Jessica,
To quote,
which is what I named the robot.
Oh, shut up. Apologies. to
Unless
everyone
she
that listens to
cheated
the show
on
named
me.
Jessica. Unless she cheated on you.
Yeah.
But 5 years in, no, after all that, no emotional tingle.
I assume 5 years in that the better model has come out, and then you do like a
just
car.
upgrade.
Yeah, it's
Like
your,
the iPhone we
like
talked
your
about
iPhone.
earlier.
Yeah. No one's selling their robot online. Okay, you're trading up.
I shouldn't have brought this up.
What do you expect?
I don't know. I thought it was interesting that I was getting these advertisements out the blue.
And that says something about your
What does
psyche right now.
What does it mean?
The algorithm thinks you're lonely and have money.
One of those is true.
You have money to spend on fake girlfriend.
One of those is true.
Stacked in cash?
Oh no,
Yeah.
not stacked in cash.
Stacked in hugs.
No, not that either. Anything else you want to talk about? We're close to an hour there.
Obama had gay sex.
No, listen. He wrote a poem to get some they them pussy in college, dog. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Wait, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that guy who
you
went on
talking
Tucker
about
Carlson.
yeah, that guy's reputable for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? Like Larry David?
Larry David?
It's close. Larry's
It's
his
not
first name.
Larry David.
It's Larry something.
Could it be?
The Larry David?
It's not the Larry David, okay?
No, that
Maybe a
guy's
related cousin?
that guy's not. No, that's not true.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave and that guy might come back.
I don't know about that. Well, anything else you want to talk about, Max? Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Quite the podcast tonight.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of things. Went
I
deep
love
for
that.
about 20 minutes there, and then Jake said he wanted to beat up a robot. Oh no. Hello.
Hello?
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 Who are you?
Hello, my name is Larry Sinclair.
Larry Sinclair.
Sinclair.
Welcome to the show, Larry.
Hey, I'm doing my press tour. I'm here just talking. Just got off the heels of a...
Hold on, we got static.
Oh, no. Oh,
It's your cord. It's on your computer
that's my...
cable. There you go.
Larry Sinclair.
Larry.
Nice to meet you. Nice to have you here.
Why do you? Why
Nice to be here.
you got a very faint voice there, Larry? Are you doing all right?
I'm old,
You're old. Okay.
and I'm Midwestern gay.
Larry, that's
so
fascinating.
you're quiet.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
What happens when you scream, Larry?
Yeah. What happened? Go give us a scream, Larry.
Ha, ha, ho-wee.
Powerful.
Man, you would not survive anything with that voice.
No.
I don't think you need yelling to do a lot of surviving.
So I know you've appeared on Tucker in the recent past. I gotta be honest, Larry. I don't really think you're that reputable, but could you go ahead and just tell us your story? Because we here on this center left podcast, Mouse Out of Wedlock, we try to take in all sides of the coin.
Well, that's why I came on here, because Tucker really focused on the sexual event that I had with Barack Obama, which did happen twice. It happened, just like I told him. But what he didn't talk about is that I've actually had sex with every sitting president since 1966.
Wow. Okay.
You're that guy.
I'm that guy.
That really,
I get around. And also, I didn't know any of them were the president whenever I was having sex with them. I only found out later.
That really reframes history, Larry, because most of them were homophobic, if I remember that right. So like it was just kind of a self-hatred kind of situation for a lot of these guys up here, or like what's going on?
I think they were just misunderstood.
Huh. So, Larry, I mean, that's a lot to unfold there, buddy. I mean...
Yeah, like
who was the favorite out there?
Yeah, who was the best?
Who was the favorite?
Probably GW.
Well, his penis was small.
Right.
J-Dub.
Thank you.
Who did I? Oh, I gotta say, y'all aren't gonna believe this. I was the one wearing that dress with Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
That was you.
That was me.
Wait, so
Larry,
we were doing a line of cocaine off of a mirror in the White House.
Right.
And then I sucked his dick, and he called me Monica. That's not my name, but I like role play.
So, Larry, I'm going to ask you a pretty simple question here. How?
How?
Yeah.
How does one?
You don't know how gay sex works?
Every president,
not that
though.
kind.
Every president, like how does the convenience and luck of that, like meeting all those presidents, is a rare thing.
Yeah. Like how are you so well connected? Are you part of like a frat or something that controls America?
My limo driver.
You're a limo driver.
You are a limo driver.
No, my limo driver. I'm not a limo driver, but I have a guy who's a limo driver.
What do you do for your day job?
Larry is typing up something on his computer.
Larry's typing something. Maybe he's a computer programmer.
Larry's sweating down the forehead.
I am a convicted con man.
Interesting.
There it is.
Fascinating that very reputable Tucker Carlson would bring you on the show.
Yeah, well, you know,
Tucker Carlson of X.com, no longer of Fox News.
I have to say that Tucker has fallen in hard times of times past.
Yeah. What are you convicted? Like, what crime did you do?
Well, lots of cocaine. I do love cocaine.
That doesn't make you a con man.
Well, that's what the con stands for.
Con stands for cocaine.
It's the C and O at the beginning of cocaine, and then the N at the end of cocaine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I like that. Yeah,
that's how acronyms work.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you think about it, it does make a lot of sense.
Larry, do you still do the coke and all that, or
yeah?
At this fine age?
I don't know. Do you have any?
That wasn't. No.
If you're selling, I'm buying.
Larry's still at it, ladies and gentlemen.
If you're picking up, I'm putting down. I'll also
sounds like
suck
you're putting
your
out.
dick.
Yep. So what is? I guess there's a lot of questions here.
Great.
There is a lot of questions.
I'm excited to answer them. Also, I didn't get to finish my story about George W. Bush. He had a small pecker.
Yeah.
But he knew how to use it.
It's not about the
very good
the boat, or what's that saying?
It's not about the
size of the boat. It's about the size of the shark.
That's what they say. So what do you like have blackmail on these people, or like I know you're trying to expose Obama. I don't know why you're trying to expose Obama and why you're doing it now.
Well,
where he's like no longer able to be president because he was already in for 2 terms. Like it just feels like a weird like you're going for popularity at like a weird time because like the timing is kind of fucked
I've
up.
actually been talking about this for years, and it was picked up by the National Enquirer like over a decade ago. But
really
only now it's becoming. Well, I think Tucker. Let's be honest here. Tucker doesn't have the most.
He's kind of desperate.
He doesn't have the connections he did.
Yeah,
worked for old Ruby.
Rupert doesn't work there anymore either.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
R.I.P. a real one.
I
Just kidding.
That's a good joke. That's
Thanks.
fun. So he was probably just digging through, some old Enquirers, looking for to build a tent because he's living in a tent now.
Okay.
Wow.
And he came across my story. I don't know how he found me, but I live in Mexico.
Yeah. So why
Mexico?
If you've had sex with every sitting president since what did you say, the 70s?
1966.
1966. Why are you only talking about Obama?
Well, because no one's asking about the rest of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd be happy to answer any questions.
I mean,
I kind of don't want to know.
There's a lot of questions to ask.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they should be said.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of
I've also had sex with lots of senators.
okay.
So you should be hired out by someone like someone doing.
A lot of them did hire me out.
So you,
I
I don't even know. I don't know where to go with this. To be honest,
this is quite a fascinating tale. You don't hear every day.
I guess do you have what's like the juiciest dirt you've got here? Because I feel like I don't really give a fuck who's having sex with who. Like I don't feel like this even like really relevant news at all. But why are you going public with this at this time? Like I know people are asking about Obama, but I just don't understand like why you're saying this. Like why does anybody even care?
I don't know, because I keep talking and they keep listening. You ever heard of the concept of 15 minutes of fame?
Sounds like you've had about 35 years of fame.
Well,
my guy.
I had 35 years of being under the radar, and only now I'm taking off. I'm writing a book.
Really? What's it called?
I'm still working on a title. But
that's a tough title.
But what
to think
now?
of.
But now what I'm thinking of is it's a big O.
Yeah.
Full office.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, like Larry.
What about the Resolute Dick? Like the Resolute Desk?
Is that a?
That's the president's desk.
Oh, that's good. That's
Thank
really
you.
good. Then I didn't know. See, yeah. Sometimes it's good to talk.
Yeah.
I'm asking something a little left field for you, Larry. What kind of projects do you do on the side for fun?
That's good.
Oh, on the side?
Yeah.
I like to whittle wood.
Whittle wood?
Yeah, I like to whittle little wood.
Whittle wood? What the fuck is that, Larry?
you don't know about whittling wood? You take a hunk of wood, you take a little pocket knife, and you sit there, usually in a rocking chair, and you just carve something out of it, like a little duck, or like a Christmas tree.
Okay.
Wow.
Or like a cross. I'm a Jesus Christian.
You're a Jesus Christian.
That just keeps unraveling.
Interesting.
And so, like, you just doing this. This is the fun time stuff for you daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this like a hobby? Like what? Like how? What? How do you keep getting yourself in this situation?
Well, is anyone's sexual life experience a hobby? I feel like
I don't know. It seems like you got a pretty specific clientele.
I've had sex with a lot of people who aren't, and, in some sort.
Well, you don't. I don't hear you talking about them.
Well, why would I? They're fucking normies.
So you're a star fucker.
Again, I did not know that any of them happened to be. Well, except for Bill Clinton, I was in the Oval Office for that one.
Right.
So I knew.
Kind of hard to not know who the president is, to be honest.
Well, a lot of them I had sex, and then they became the president. Some call me a soothsayer. Is that the right word?
So every time someone
if you have sex with me, you have a 70% chance to become president in the next 5 years.
Okay, so now we're diving down to what's happened here. Is this happened one time, and now you're kind of like an oracle where everybody in the Congress is having to trying to have sex with you so they become the president? Is that what's happening?
Oh, yes. So you don't see your patterns when you're so close to them. But when someone else talks about it and reveals it, then that makes a lot of sense.
I think they're taking advantage of you. I think they're passing you around.
Like you could have a child that could be something even better,
like God Emperor or something.
Yeah, like you're giving away to.
I don't know. I don't plan to have children.
Nah, it's out of the ballpark. Yeah.
Wait, well, how would that? Huh?
You said, yeah. I mean, there's female senators.
I hadn't had sex with any of them.
Okay, good.
That's why none of them became president.
I see.
You turned down Hillary. That's why she lost.
Well, she turned me down. Let's be completely clear. First of all, I am a gay man.
Okay.
So I don't have much interest in that.
Good for you. Okay.
But of course, Hillary. Hillary.
I don't know what you're about to say here, and I'm not sure if I want to hear it.
Go ahead.
Thanks. Go ahead.
Hillary wanted to be president, but she wanted to do it on her own merit. She didn't want any sort of dick getting her into the White House. And so she said, no, I won't do it. And I said, that's great. I don't want to do it either. And we went our separate ways at the train station.
All right. So anyone should be looking out for? You had sex with Ron. You had sex with what's that Indian guy that's kind of like pushing up the polls? Anybody should be looking out for? Maybe have you considered having sex with Bernie Sanders? We could really do with a Bernie push.
I did try to seduce Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
And I did actually. I'm with you. Actually, I really liked his policies. But here's the thing with Bernie. Is Bernie? It didn't. We got close, but you just put the tip in, just the 1%.
That explains it,
and therefore it didn't count. And also, it's only 70% chance. A lot of senators who've read and such. Like, I did have sex with Al Gore.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Biggest question of the night so far that hasn't been asked is the fact that, like, how does this get organized, man?
Yeah.
Like who's organized?
I told you it's my limo driver. That's true to the story.
Who's the limo driver?
You're just like whittling, and then he just pulls up, and then you're like, okay, time to go to work.
Who is the limo driver?
I don't know. I met him once because I called a limo.
One time?
Well, so I met him. You only meet everyone you meet. You only meet once.
I think.
So I met him.
That's not what we meant.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now I'm explaining myself. So I met him once a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Once a long time ago.
Beautiful.
And I called a limo, just normal limo calling. And
where were you going?
I was going to let's see who was president in 1966. I gotta think about this.
Yeah, it's been a lot of presidents. Huh?
Coolidge? I don't fucking know.
Coolidge. That doesn't feel right. I want to say one of the, was it Kennedy? Was it Kennedy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Johnson? Well, it was one of them.
Yeah.
I was on my way to Dallas, Texas.
I think you should know, but yeah.
And I said I need a limo. And I got in the limo.
Just for yourself, you need a limo?
Well, I'm a man of taste.
Yellow cab or
no cabs. No.
You see, I mean,
okay.
Go ahead.
Immigrants drive those cabs.
So you're racist too. We've peeled back another layer of the onion.
There's Christianity on top of this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I thought you wanted to shit on me a little bit more.
No,
we're more engaged.
Yeah.
Anywho,
yep.
I went down to Dallas and I said, I'm gonna have some cocaine because this is a long car trip because I was initially based in I want to say Minnesota. And then
climate change.
Climate change. Wait, explain. Speak on that.
No, I don't want to disrupt the
Thank
story.
you. That's very fair. And then I went down and I said, I'm going to do some of this cocaine. And I met Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson.
Why are you making like fork and knife motions with your hands to do cocaine?
How do you do cocaine?
Not with a fork and knife. I'll teach you sometime. Continue.
Yeah, I'll teach you sometime. I think it's actually what's happening here.
Okay.
And I ran into active Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson.
Okay.
And I said, I want some of that. I want some of his Lyndon B. Johnson.
You didn't know who he was.
I knew who he was. A handful of them, I knew who they were. And then I had sex with him. The next day, John F. Kennedy was shot in the head. And that's when I knew I had power. I had a gift that only.
How does that lead to you? Someone getting killed. And they're like, oh, I had sex with someone.
Well, I had sex with him. And then the next day, the president was shot in the head, which meant
he became
the president.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
And so, therefore, I was also on a lot of cocaine.
Right.
So I assumed I have a gift. I got a sweet, sweet gift, and it's between my legs.
Okay. Well,
I mean, power like, you believe it.
Good for you. I want to say good for you, but I feel like I wouldn't mean it if I said it.
Okay, well then, saying all that was just unnecessary.
I mean, rude. I wouldn't have gone from that. Like, I wouldn't have come to that conclusion so quickly. You know, I would have given a couple more test tries. You know.
Yeah.
How many opportunities do you get to sleep with active vice
Sounds
presidents?
like a lot.
I guess that's true. It
Sounds like a lot.
I mean, you're forgetting some of them too already. Yeah.
Well, I guess thank you for being here. And we'll probably follow up with you during the election coverage of this year, just to check.
See who I'm second? And
sure.
Tucking.
Yeah, sure.
And Tucking, because I was on Tucker Carlson. I had sex with Tucker Carlson. I think he's gonna win.
No way.
Fuck.
I'm so sorry.
You've doomed this country.
Have you seen his sweet dreamy eyes? I gotta say, for a conservative talking head, he's not the ugliest man in person. Certainly, but he's sexier than Sean Hannity, and you can quote me on that.
I mean, Larry, we're glad to have you on, buddy.
That's been Mouse Away.
Your time has been invaluable.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, Larry.
Do either of y'all have interest in becoming the next president of the United States?
I'm good.
Nah, but thanks for the offer.
Yeah.
Okay. Offers on the table.
Thanks,
Cocaine is
Larry.
also on the table.
Did you just offer this to anyone? Like,
I thought you said you didn't have any.
It was in my shoe. I just found it.
Okay. Well, thank you,
you
Larry.
dirty dog.
Thank you, Larry. We'll check back in with you during political times.
All right, let me just call my limo. Beep, 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 beep.
Okay. We got to talk to this limo driver, too.
That seems like the culprit, you know?
Yeah, I think this limo driver's maybe like deep state or some shit. I think he knows too much.
He might be like in on something, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he's got to be.
He's got to be.
You only seen him once?
Yeah.
One time?
I guess he keeps like the little limo door closed. You know, like they can. Okay, hello.
Oh, shit.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm back.
Jake.
We had quite an interesting conversation while you were gone, Jake.
It was quite.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you want to end the episode.
I mean, were you, what happened, buddy?
What?
Where have you been?
Yeah, you seem pretty upset.
You stepped out for like 15 minutes in the middle of the recording.
Don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Jake, you're scared to be open.
We've been pretty open this entire podcast. I feel like you're being kind of stick in the mud right now, and I don't really like it. So
Yeah.
okay. Well, I guess that's the end of the show.
All right, Jake.
Jake, you want to give your outro? Now you want to give your Truth Social link?
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Truth Social at K9_11.
It's pretty good.
You can also follow me. I haven't posted anymore on Truth Social actually.
Damn.
It's a shame.
Ooh.
Damn.
Goddamn.
You can follow me. I'm probably going to the HEB on Mueller sometime this week. So check me out. I usually get off work at like 10. They close at 11. So it's somewhere in that like 9 to 11 o'clock hour. You might be able to find me there on a given
It's an
weekday.
interesting time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Between 9 and 11.
Shout out, dude. Yeah. So yeah, run into me there. I'm the tall guy in a spouse beater with a beard.
Thank you for making that gender inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great outro.
Yeah. Max, you got anything to plug?
I appreciate both you homies bringing me
Of course.
on this podcast. I had a great time.
We'll have you back
I
anytime.
appreciate
Anytime.
it. I appreciate it.
We're recording another one right after this.
Oh, back to back.
It's a
As
3-stack night, actually,
Oh, one of this is the beginning.
This is the beginning.
of a trilogy.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, I
Absolutely.
see. Well, yeah, very, very honored to be on this show.
Thank you for being here. We'll link Wrong Brother, Max's production company, below.
Wrong Brother.
If you wanna go check it out.
Productions.com.
Hey, it's Fisher. You can follow me, Fisher45Joyce, on pretty much any social media, or Fisher Jokes on YouTube. I'm going to start posting again pretty soon. Andrew and I did another episode of Good Evening that'll come out quickly, and then we'll start bringing guests back on, potentially these boys. Jake's never been on the show. Max has been on the show, but we'll have Max back on probably.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes, Jake?
Was that a hey for conversation?
hey.
He was just waving.
Yeah, I was just waving. Sorry. Saw a guy in a limo out there waving at me.
Okay, gotcha.
I wouldn't trust that guy.
Yeah, that guy's he's involved with some crazy stuff. If you want to follow the show, it's Mouse Out Wed on Twitter, and if you want to follow it on YouTube, it's Mouse Out of Wedlock. We also have a highlights channel that hasn't been updated in a while, but soon it'll probably be there. Also, we're doing some more interesting videos on the Mouse Out of Wedlock YouTube channel that probably won't hit the podcast platforms. We did a watch along of a great movie, Love on a Leash. So
Beautiful.
if you want to check that out, it's on YouTube. And with that, we say
bye-bye.
Wait.
Yeah.
I want to tell you what I was doing outside.
what were you doing outside?
I changed my mind. I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
Wow.
Don't love that.
Don't pull my leg like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. Last chance.
No.
Oh, no.
This whole episode was a dream.
No.